Hi, this is Bethany Marshall from Morgan James Publishing, and today I'm speaking with our author, Vandy Verma. And Vandy is the author of From Unsure to Secure: 6 Simple Steps to Securing Your Financial Future so you can make more, be more, and live more. Wow, that sounds fantastic. And hi, Vandy, how are you today?
I'm great, Bethany. Thank you.
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much for spending some time today talking with me about your new book launch. We're so excited about the release of your new title. So I'd love to just dive in and first of all talk with you about the reason behind why you chose to write a book about financial security of all topics. Why did you choose this book? And could you just tell us a little bit about yourself and what prompted you to write this book?
Sure. So, I have to share a quick backstory to be able to give you some context. So, my husband and we've been I was in corporate America for the longest time. My husband has been an entrepreneur all his adult life, and we have two beautiful kids. Life was good. This is, I'm talking about a few years ago, and everything was perfect, everything was going great. And then unfortunately, we had a financial setback where we lost a whole lot of money very quickly in a bad investment deal. So our life went from being this great, comfortable life to all of a sudden scary and unsure. And that actually helped me shift my perspective on life, and it helped me become it deepened my thinking. It helped me grow as a person. In hindsight, of course, when I was in it, I was looking for answers and I wasn't sure. And that's why the title is Unsure. So I wasn't sure what's going on, what's going to happen to our future, about finances. And then I went on this transformational journey, um, came out of my comfort zone, tried a lot of things that I may not have tried if I was living the simple, comfortable, good life. And in that process, grew by leaps and bounds in my career. We also grew our businesses by leaps and bounds. And also as a person, my relationships improved, all of those things. So, there came a time when I looked back at my journey and I thought, uh, wait, what did I do differently? And why doesn't everybody do something like this? So I felt compelled to write a book about it so I could share those life lessons with everyone.
Wow, what a journey. And I find it so amazing that you were able to take that situation and really in many ways improve your life. So if you had one overarching message that you wanted to share with your readers in
Mhm.
your book, what would you say that would be?
Well, I would say that I think it would be fair to say that most people want to achieve financial security. Everyone's looking for a way to feel more stable, more secure financially, and the message that I have for people is that sometimes there's this elusive thought that financial security is something that you achieve at some point in your life, or it's obtained from the outside somehow. If you keep going, at some point you will feel secure. And the message I want to share is that yes, it can be achieved, but it more than achieved, it is created by taking a certain um, actions and being proactive and going out of your comfort zone and seeking things and doing things that may sometimes not feel so they may seem counterintuitive. So financial security, in a sentence, in a short sentence, I would say financial security is not something that's obtained. It is something that is created using being proactive and doing things out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, with some intentionality. And I love how you phrase that. It's not obtained, it's created, and it takes, specific thought and action. So that's really helpful. Because I know a lot of people are in that position where they really are seeking that security
Mhm.
financially. So that's a good mindset to be aware of, and for people to know that they've got to have that. So, if you were to kind of summarize, what is the impact you're hoping to have on readers with your book?
Well, so as I said, I wrote this book completely to share everything that I had learned. It's one of those things that, as I said, when I went through the journey, I learned a lot of things. A lot of things were counterintuitive, and a lot of things were quite straightforward and simple. Um, but a lot of the things, most of the things, were some things that that I feel like are not taught in schools or are shared sort of openly by people. So the message that I wanted to leave the readers with is that, first of all, I wanted to demystify this myth of success. Success is something that anyone can achieve, and I wanted my readers specifically to feel if she can do it, we can do it. And I want my readers to feel that they can do, be, and have anything they want as long as they're willing to put in the work. So everything is achievable, everything is figure outable. The only thing that, with enough effort, the only piece, the missing piece of the puzzle is usually action, massive action.
Action, intentionality, creating it, and not just waiting for it to happen, but anybody can. I love that so much. I'm going to ask you one more question, because you said this a couple times. You've mentioned that some of the actions might seem counterintuitive. Is there any chance that you could kind of elaborate on an example there?
Sure. I think I've used this word quite a bit during this interview, but comfort zone. I feel like society, and a lot of our well-meaning loved ones around us, they teach us to stay inside the comfort zone. Like, oh, do play to your strengths. I mean, playing to your strength is smart, but sometimes that's misinterpreted as do something that you feel comfortable with. Stay inside your comfort zone. This is your wheelhouse, this is what you're good at. So with that, what we end up creating is sort of a box, this box that we sort of live our life inside of. We don't try a lot of different things because they feel uncomfortable. So I'll give you a small example. I think one of the things that I've actually, quite a few things I've tried to change in my life in the last few years. So one of the things I would tell myself is that I'm not a morning person, and I just don't like mornings. I'm just not a morning person, and that story fit well into the comfort zone piece. Like, oh, it's just not inside my comfort zone. But then with the intention, oh, sorry, with the intention to improve my life for the better, I needed to create a morning routine. And morning routines can only be created in the morning. So I started waking up early, and just it was very hard. It was very uncomfortable for X number of weeks and months. But then I formed a habit, and now my morning routines set me up for success for the rest of the day, because I get a lot of my personal development. I get my exercise in, my meditation in, my journaling in, a lot of the things that are just I need the proactive me time. I put them in the morning routine, and that sets me up for success. But I wouldn't have tried doing that unless I was willing to go outside my comfort zone. Same thing with running. I always thought I'm not a runner, and I forced myself, went outside my comfort zone, and now I love running. And it's something that's very beneficial, just for health wise, and clears my mind.
Mhm.
So stuff like that. You got to go outside your comfort zone.
Absolutely. That comfort zone can can be so constricting if you don't do the hard work of breaking out of it. And that applies, like you said, to so many different areas, whether that be like physically, mentally, financially. So that makes a lot of sense. Thank you so much for spending some time today talking with me about, about your story and about the book and the message within it, and what you're hoping for readers to get out of it. I think this book has so much potential to help change a lot of lives. And I know people might be interested in connecting more with you directly. So what's the best way for them to find you online or to connect with you, Vandy?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So the easiest place would be vandyverma.com. That's my website, and it will it has all my contact info. My Instagram, my Facebook, my LinkedIn, and my email is right on it. So vandyverma.com. If you want to connect with me on Instagram, it's vandy.verma. Facebook is Vandy Verma, and LinkedIn is Vandy Verma.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Vandy. Have a great day.
Thank you, Bethany. Okay.